Ron Harris here from MuscleDevelopment.com at the grand opening of Carbon Culture USA's second location, and I'm going to try to say it right. How do you say it, Hector?
Murfreesboro.
I keep saying Murfreesboro. It's Murfreesboro. Here with Jon DelaRosa. I just saw him a few weeks ago at the New York Pro, which was in Tampa, Florida, of course, and haven't talked to you since then.
Yep.
So what were your impressions after the show? Because I never did a wrap-up interview with you.
Obviously, I just feel grateful that I was able to compete this year with everything going on.
Yeah.
You know, I think that it's really cool that the promoters went out of their way to find a way to allow us to do what we love to do. Obviously, disappointed with the outcome. You know, we trained obviously to win, but you know, every dog has its day, and that day wasn't mine. So we're back to the drawing board now. We're going to try and, you know, the ultimate goal for me is to be one of the best in the world. I feel like I'm working my way there. And next time I step on stage, it's not for, you know, any title. It's just to solidify myself as being one of the best in the world. So we're going to take the time we need to take, you know, within the next year to put on the muscle tissue we need to put on and continue honing in that condition and get on stage and try and, you know, just be one of the best. I mean, the goal has always been to be, you know, top, you know, at the Olympia. Yeah. So that's what we're going to work towards now.
I thought you looked really good at the New York Pro, honestly. I mean, I thought you were pushing for the win during the judging.
Thank you, yeah.
And I'm kind of surprised that you didn't want to keep doing, because you prepped for that show, obviously through all the postponements and all that. I'm kind of surprised that you're not going for Chicago or something else.
Yeah, well, I mean, again, the ultimate goal is to be the best in the world at what I do, and I truly believe that I can do that. Yeah, I thought I was winning after prejudging as well, so it's a little disheartening and discouraged afterwards, because I do believe those probably one of the better packages I've brought to the stage.
Yeah.
So not to be rewarded for that against other bodybuilders who I felt maybe weren't as tight as I was.
Right.
Yeah, like I said, it just makes you reevaluate, and the end goal wasn't to ever win, you know, a competition. It's to be the best in the world. So, you know, we're going to go back to the drawing board and do what we feel we need to do to take my physique to that level, and then hopefully next year get to the Olympia and see where we land.
So your coach, Neil Hill, has, I think, one of the best eyes in the sport for physiques.
Yeah.
So when he analyzed you and the way you looked at New York Pro versus what the ultimate rendition of you in his mind should be, what does he want change? What does he want to improve on with you?
Just more muscularity. Again, keep honing in that condition. I think the biggest, even though you are one of them who said, you know, I've got plenty of muscle, I still don't feel, or we still don't feel as a team, that we have the freak factor, I guess, the kind of hanging muscle bellies that I would need to hang with, you know, William Bonac or a Hottie or even a Dexter, guys that are on my height, who I actually carry more muscle than.
Yeah.
You know, stage weight wise, I'm heavier than all of those guys.
240 on stage, 245?
Yeah. Well, this for New York Pro, I was 236.
Okay.
235. So I was heavier, you know, still, and probably in one of the best conditions of my life.
Right.
And I still wasn't rewarded with the win against a guy that was taller than me.
Right.
So if I need to bring that free factor to get past guys that are just taller than me, not necessarily better bodybuilders, then that's what we're going to do.
So I'm just curious, you know, you've been training, I've seen you train many times on video anyway.
Mm-hmm.
You train very hard. It seems like you train to put on mass. Have you not been trying to put on mass for the past few years?
Yeah, well, this last year, obviously we always train hard, but it's really more about honing in that conditioning and getting more reps out, really putting detail into that muscle fiber. So this year we're going to go back to, you know, lower rep schemes, more intensity in the gym, heavier weight, and just really start to put it back on. It's honestly, it's really how I enjoy training, which is how I've built such a thickly dense physique.
Yeah.
But you know, like I said, for the last year, we've focused more on like 20 to 30 repetitions. You know, more volume is what I'm going to say we've been doing. Where within the next year, we're going to really start to pull back away from that and just fucking hammer away, just get into some heavy weight and go back to work.
And for people that don't know, most people do, but your training partner is Flex Lewis, and you train with him.
Yeah.
From 12 to 2 every day at the Dragon's Lair gym. They shut the place down. It's just you guys, right?
Yeah. It's I'm very fortunate to be in that situation with Flex. We get in there and we go to work. There's no distractions. Nobody's coming up to us wanting to take pictures or ask us questions. We put on that music and we go. We go to work, and it's now having experienced that kind of focus in the gym. You know, it's I don't ever want to go back to a public gym. I hope I never have to. But yeah, right now the next 13 weeks is all about flex. He's getting ready for the Open Olympia. He's looking bonkers as most people could imagine. I mean, the dude is just very, very good at what he does, and we're zoned in. You know, he gave me 110%, and I'm going to give him 110% going into the Olympia of myself. Whatever I can do, you know, I'm going to do for him. So.
Last question, more of a comment. I mean, you're with a great new company too. That's got HD Muscle is just blowing up. They literally didn't even exist a year ago, and now, geez, they got some of the best athletes in the world, and they're coming up fast. They have. It must be good for you to have the support of a company that you know it's on the way up for sure.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I always say this. I don't like to get behind companies that don't stand for something, especially, you know, integrity and putting out great products that I could. You know, we're ultimately salesmen for companies, right? When we put our names behind it, it's because we want our fans, our followers, our friends to trust us in knowing that we believe in these products. So if you know Dorian and you know Noah, I knew them way before they started HD, before they had Pure Muscle and Fitness. They were just two guys that love bodybuilding just like me, and they've always been stand-up guys. So it's cool to get behind the company that, you know, has really great products, but it's even better knowing that the people that run the company, that own the company, are really great dudes as well, you know. So it's a really cool, I mean, they're bringing something really special to the sport, camaraderie and just training and having fun and just getting really back to, you know, what bodybuilding should be. So it's really fun. It's a lot of fun.
John, thank you so much for taking the time. Wish you the best, helping out Flex Lewis, maybe win the Olympia. Stranger things have happened, guys. Don't think he can't do it.
Yeah.
And and I'm wishing you the best for this new strategy. Like I said, I did think you had all the mass you ever needed, but I trust Neil's judgment. If he says,
we're not looking to put on 40 pounds, but maybe another 10 pounds of muscle in all the right places. My quads, a little bit more on my back. I think it could be a really dangerous package. And you know, I'm letting him take the reins. We're just gonna go with it and see what, you know, what do we have to lose?
Right. Yeah, I got to say, maybe that's it. Maybe that will be the key. Who knows? And I'm looking forward to seeing what it looks like on you. You know, I thought you were big enough, but geez, maybe a little bigger would be even better. Why not? If you got the awesome shape and structure and frame and everything. So, Neil, you were right. I was wrong. Let's see what happens. All right. Thank you, John, for Ron Harris, muscledevelopment.com. Thanks for watching.